Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Doc and Queenie Facebook Live at.
Hi,
Ooh, you're getting finessey there, Queenie.
I love to be finessey, and I am so excited for you today. I can't even stand it.
Woo, woo.
I know. Congratulations times a million, Doc. This is very cool.
Thank you. I am super excited. The hard work is starting to pay off. So,
Oh, my goodness. And I can't wait to hear. For those of you joining us today, we are super excited to have you here. And here's the rest of the story. Doc has achieved 200 subscribers on her YouTube channel, which is phenomenal in itself. If you've got a channel, for me, it has taken one step, one step, one step. Oh my gosh. But Doc, honestly, you have gone from, I can't remember your numbers completely, but you've upped it just in the last couple months. What did you do differently?
well, I started at 53 and I've had 147 new subscribers in 2 months.
Well, not like you wouldn't know that exactly, but good job. Yeah.
But who's counting? Yeah.
I know, seriously. And it's like, OMG, that's exciting. But what honestly did you do to up your 2 months ago?
Consistency,
All right, fair.
cross pollination,
Okay.
and YouTube Shorts, which are popular right now. You know, in our land of short attention spans, a YouTube short, either 15-second or 60-second. They call them reels on Instagram.
Yes, I know that.
They're basically videos off of my phone. I like, for example, I did one on compost the other day and I had 3,000 views.
Well, I can imagine that compost is a large topic.
Yes, and I had 10 subscribers that day that I had the 3,000 views. So, yes, and then I also open it up for comments and I try to respond, provided they're being nice to me. I had a nasty the other day because I did what they called Rick rolled people. I like Rick Ashley or whatever his name was. The music, I listened to that in the 80s. And of course, if you put that song out there, you're rickrolling people. And I had somebody like reprimand me on it. I'm like,
Oh my goodness. We call that get a life, people.
Yeah. And I actually had somebody else kind of like stand up for me because he said, I can't believe you rickrolled me and I don't like your video or something like that. And then a lady chimed in, well, I think your video is nice. So, but no, I'm just like, really, do we not have anything better to do? But no, consistency, cross pollination between platforms, and YouTube Shorts scattered or sprinkled in amongst. I have my own channel. I call them gardening shorts, which are under 5 minutes, and then my gardening topics, which can be 5 minutes to 10 minutes long, and then everything in between. So
I thought a short was 30 to 60 seconds, but it's actually up to 5 minutes.
No, my gardening shorts, the Kitchen Garden Expert gardening shorts,
okay.
it's a video. Yeah, I just name it KGE gardening shorts
Okay.
to kind of distinguish it. But the YouTube is 15, 30, or 60 seconds, I do believe.
Right.
So
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
I never go really above 30 seconds. It's very rare. I do 30. I usually do 15 because that's all I have time for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say the time to do this is amazing. But once again, 200, we applaud you times a million. And literally to be able to have so many in just the last couple months. And how many views do you have? I know you know that too.
Oh, I didn't look this morning, but let's look. Last time I looked, I want to say it was, well, I have 60,362 views.
There you go. And that also is phenomenal. And that's why I say to be able to have your efforts pay off so big is just awesome. And we congratulate you, honestly, Doc, because YouTube is a great social media platform. It's a search engine, if you will. And it's so nice to be able to see one of our own have this much reach. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm working hard.
Yeah.
Well, hardly working. No, I'm working hard at it. And I've had fun and I'm learning a lot because I've gone out there and actually used other platforms and apps to help me kind of, I always say figure out, but it's difficult to figure out, especially with people. I mean, you just never know. Like as I've said before, my sawdust is the ultimate. 57,000 people liked my sawdust reel on Instagram. And then my son was 29,000. He was pulling a tree root out of the ground. Those are my top two. So you're just like, ugh. So I've been using some different platforms to help me kind of refine my craft with my videos and titles and all of that stuff. And I've had a great time and I'm learning a lot. So thank you. Thank you for the background, Queenie.
Oh, absolutely. And like I say, we are thrilled for you because when you see hard work pay off like this from a standpoint of what are your goals? I want 1 million subscribers by yesterday. I want my algorithm up. I want my analytics higher. What are your goals? And as soon as you get those goals accomplished, like I say, I think it is just so huge. And we love to celebrate. So happy high noon to you too, Deb. We're great. We're thrilled that you're here. Debbie is, of course, one of our faithful friends on purpose. And it's so nice when you do shout outs and say hello, because we literally love hearing from each and every one of you. So again, Doc, congratulations. And thank you for teaching every one of us what we can actually do with our YouTube channels. You've done such a great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Queenie. So, hey, let's get our national days of out of the way, shall we?
I'm a little fearful because I know sometimes you have questionable ones, as we say. So let's hear it.
All right. Welcome to National Cooking Day.
Oh, well, by golly, I'm celebrating this all day long.
I know you are. I know you are. Somebody else can cook, right?
Hire it done or have it delivered.
Yeah. It's National Lobster Day. Do you like
lobster? I get into that. Absolutely.
Drawn butter? Yeah.
I can do lobster all day long. I do love that.
It's National Daughters Day. And I actually, speaking of Debbie Miller, I saw a post on Facebook this morning. She had her Daughters in Love on her Facebook post. And I posted.
I do have a question on this topic, though.
Yes.
Happy Daughter's Day, isn't it every day? Like, let's say 365, really. Okay. So anyone out there who has a daughter, you know what that relationship is like. And bigger than all of that, Happy Kids Day, I've seen that before. Happy Grandkids Day, I've seen before. And I'm just like, really? What is different from this day than any of the others? So, I love that. Yeah. But Happy Daughter's Day for sure. But it's kind of like every day we get those fabulous daughters. So I know how this works.
I tagged my daughter, and you have a daughter.
I do indeed. And I've got 2 daughters-in-law, and I'm just telling you what, it is so fun to be able to, the girl stuff is just so different than the guy stuff. That's totally. Just all there is to it. Yeah.
Totally. Yes. Hashtag National Daughter Day.
Yes.
So yes, that is just a few I cherry picked, because the lists are getting longer and longer.
Oh yeah. Everybody's loving this, by the way. And I know that we've been doing this for over a year. Yes. And isn't it interesting how other teams, groups, organizations have hopped on? And I think imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I kind of love that too.
I actually think we've been doing it longer. Haven't we been doing it more like 2?
Absolutely. That's why I say, because I know some of these are repeats for us because we've talked about them before. So absolutely.
Well, we get bummed because this year has not been the greatest as far as.
And sometimes so we can stretch it the whole week.
Yeah. So we're just going to. Yeah. And those lists are getting longer because you see, like week of and International Day. And then, it's kind of funny. So Tuesday is Alpaca Day. National Alpaca Day.
I love that. Shout out to Tina. Tina Cochran is one of our superstar friends who has had in the past alpacas, and she has created items from their wool.
Yes, it's an incredible. I had, when I had my cleaning business, I had a client that had an alpaca farm, and I had the honor and I don't know if you call it pleasure, the honor of watching a baby alpaca being born, which was pretty cool. And then she also did the wool piece, and oh my gosh, the wool is so soft. It's awesome.
That's what people say every single time. When Tina made these events, these items, we had an auction at her farm one time, and very seriously, she auctioned off several of the pieces. They are just so soft. It's incredible. That's the first thing people would say is, because usually not usually, but sometimes wool is scratchy, itchy, depending upon how it's processed or whatever they do. And hers was just fantastic. So it's pretty cool when you see the system go through. But happy Alpaca Day to you, Doc.
Yes, thank you. And it's also key lime pie day.
Oh, this is your DNA. I know.
My fishing buddy, she and I have been searching for the best key lime pie. And believe it or not, we were in Key West, Florida, and there was one place we didn't try their key lime pie, and I bet you that was probably the best, and we missed it. So we keep every time we because we travel around Florida at least once a year, going to different places, and then we always at the restaurant go, oh, they've got key lime pie. We're gonna have to try this. So so happy key lime pie day, Queenie.
Thank you so much.
And it's and that's tomorrow, I should say tomorrow, Tuesday. And it's also praise and worship day on Tuesday.
Nice.
So,
love that. People assume that it's praise and worship on Sundays when you're at your church or place of worship. And it's kind of nice to have one thrown in the middle of the week.
Yes. Wednesday is no excuses day.
Woohoo! How did we meet, Dr. Laura? Oh my gosh.
No excuses back in 2019, July something.
That's right. And how cool is that to have No Excuses Day? And the reason we called that particular networking group No Excuses Networking is because we had it at Fazoli's, which is a Italian fast food kind of place. And so you could get breadsticks and a glass of water. It cost you nothing. The team didn't mind if that's what you did, by the way. And they put breadsticks all over our tables, of course. And we would have 20-ish people. 26, I think, was our top. And when we started, of course, there was only about 6 or 7 of us, but it was so fun. And very, very seriously, the No Excuses tribe, as we called it, really grew because that's where a lot of the referral partners came from. And let's do a vendor event together. Come to this event, come to my networking group over here. It really turned out to be an incredible tribe of people. And so No Excuses Networking. And then who pops in July of 2019? Dr. Laura, what's up? And so that was amazing. People actually think that we have known each other for a much longer time than just 4 years. So that's amazing.
Not sure if that's a good thing or bad
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
So Thursday is Remember Me, National Day of Remember Me. Will you remember me, Queenie?
I will remember you for years and years to come, Dr. Laura.
Likewise, Queenie.
I bet. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I keep making videos so my kids will go, oh no, there she is again. And so
there they are again. Here they go.
I know. Yeah. But that really is, that's one of the reasons actually I recorded my books because I wanted to be able to say, it really does live on forever and just pop it out there. So forever. And it's kind of a cool system when you think about just get on a video, just do a Zoom like this and record it to your YouTube channel, upload it. And I really do think that you're offering a message from the standpoint of, I love networking. I love this. I love that. Join me in this. I just think it's kind of a fun way to do a message.
Yeah, I think so too. It's and we've had a lot of fun, and that's that was part of our purpose.
Well, and look what you have done. Okay, so let's go a few steps further. Look what you have done with Remember Me Day. When you did the interview, 7 interviews, because 7's your number, I get that. When you did the interviews for everybody for Doc and Queenie Day number 3, National Day of Doc and Queenie, and you did those 7 interviews, and I know you're uploading one every couple weeks or so, and now that Remember Me is really forever. Because now we get to hear from Karen, we get to hear from Debbie, we get to hear from Lisa, we get to hear from Grace, we get to hear from Terry Ann, we get to hear from Diva. And it's just a very cool system to be able to think that we actually get to hear from our faithful friends on purpose because of that interview.
And I just heard from Jody too.
Oh, and Jody Giroux in Wisconsin as well. And that's why I say it's a very cool thing to be able to hear from all of our faithful friends on purpose. And the fact that you picked 7, because that's your number. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, and it was hard to narrow down to 7 because there's so many people in our community.
Yeah, I bet.
But I had to cut it at 7. So
that in itself would have killed me right there. Because of course I'd still be doing interviews if I was in charge. So it's nice that you had a number.
So Thursday also, and I'm going to see, and this is their writing. I didn't make this up. It's Ask a Stupid Question Day.
Oh my gosh! Who'd have thought there would be such a day? But my goodness,
I don't think questions are stupid. Do you?
Well, I'll tell you what. When I hear a question that causes my head to explode, I usually I usually, I guess you would say, consider the source, because there's always a reason that person asked that question. And so I look at that and I think in terms of, did you want my head to explode? Like, was that was that your
Queenie's head will pop
reason?
off.
I know. Or did you have a backstory that when I this and it's did this, what do I do, kind of thing? There's a backstory. And so there's always a reason. And so you're right. I don't consider any question stupid because it's always coming from and stemmed from something specific. So there is no stupid question in my personal opinion, but sometimes the ones that make your head explode are intentional by the person asking, because sometimes they want to see our response. And so I always analyze that piece of it, because I wonder if I ask her this, if she's going to that. And so I'm always very cognizant of that backstory.
Well, and I also have noticed a pattern, of course, because I'm trained and I study patterns. I'm not exactly sure what Debbie Miller just posted there, but you have to type out what that means.
Debbie, ask a question today. There ain't no stupid questions there, sister.
Yeah. But I also noticed that a lot of times when people ask a question that you're just like, "You're really asking that they don't want to do the research or the work themselves. So
1,000,000%. If they find you as a resource, they don't have to look it up. And so,
and of course, I love to use my fishing example. I'll teach you how to fish. I'm not going to fish for you.
No. And I want the duplication piece in my company, because if I answer all of your water questions, you've learned nothing. If I teach you where to find the answer, you can now train your team. And that's the duplication piece for me. And so that's usually why I say, let's look it up together. Or I actually don't know the answer to that. Let's look it up together. And so when I say that, it kind of diffuses their feeling badly for asking thing. But most of the time I have a video to support whatever how do I install this, or where's my something? And so I usually have a video to support that piece. But then the rest of that story is, if I show you where this is, you can send the link to your team. And so that's how that has worked for me. But
and then the other side of that, they've done the research, they've figured out the answer. There's always that there's a reward. There's a satisfaction of finding the answer. There's the got an answer that feels good. There's all of those benefits on the other side of it. And for me, I've got a lot of questions, I do a lot of research. Write it down. If you can't find the answer now, you can always go back to it later, unless it's an emergency. And still we're gonna teach you how to fish. So
certain people who shall remain nameless actually text answers or messages or thoughts to herself. And that way, when I'm getting ready to do my Words of Wisdom Wednesday video, I have my resource right there in my text messages. Oops, I just blew it.
That was really subtle there, Queenie.
I knew you'd think so, Doc.
So that was Thursday, or I'm sorry, that was Thursday. I'm looking at my reading. I can't read.
I don't want to miss that day. Ask a stupid question day. I can't wait.
Yes, I will send you a copy of my list. Friday is Biscotti Coffee and Starbucks Day. Not all together, of course, they're separate little things, but are you a Biscotti person? No.
That doesn't, no, I don't think that would fly for me. I don't like stuff with my coffee. Like,
you don't like to dip a hard piece of stale almond?
Yeah, see, that's not a good fit for my brain. No. That doesn't work for me, but I'm sure it's lovely for some.
Not a good fit. Yes. And coffee, I know you like coffee.
I love coffee, but I will tell you something. Are we on a recorded line? Kind of.
No, so, go ahead. Tell us.
The bottom line is, and I am so, what would you call it? Conditioned. Once you brew your coffee with Kangen, I have found, and I've got literally hundreds of dollars on my Starbucks app. I do right this second. I have hundreds of dollars on my Starbucks app. I appreciate the gifts I keep getting when I do a gig or whatever. Thank you. But I don't go there now because when I brew my own coffee, even if I have Starbucks bag of ground coffee, yes. When I brew my own coffee with Kangen, the flavor is just absolutely incredible compared to what you can buy out through a window. And so well, it's back to that water snob thing, I guess. But same thing with salad. Once you have your own salad in your own house, rinsed with 11.5, eating salad out. There's a few places I can handle because they don't put stuff on it that leaves that film thing in your mouth from the lettuce. Oh God. But when you have your own lettuce now, it's a different conversation than when you rinse it in tap water. So I guess I don't know what to do with me, Doc. I'm conditioned.
I am conditioned also. I actually only have coffee occasionally now. I've slowly backed away from the coffee addiction.
Back away from the coffee.
Back away from the coffee. And I'm doing they call it mushroom coffee, but it's not.
Oh, I remember you said that one time. Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and I use my water from my water machine, and it tastes fantastic. So, and like you were talking with the lettuce and all of that, I'm plugging the machine a little bit here, but because we drink the water so much, that actually helps our taste and our taste buds to where we can know that we're eating lettuce with a film on it. I mean, it's amazing.
I really ruined myself. Yeah, I did. I did it to myself.
I even put my own lettuce in 11.5. I know the grower, and but I even do that because especially with outside, and sometimes there's stuff in the air, and it's just. But yeah. So happy on Friday, biscotti, coffee, and Starbucks day.
Coffee all day long, biscotti.
I'll eat the biscotti for you.
Yeah.
I actually used to make biscotti for my baking business.
Oh gosh, now that's cool.
I didn't do a lot, but of course it's Italian, so you have to, do that.
So loves it.
Yes, he would. Saturday is another favorite, extra virgin olive oil day.
Oh, I'm in.
So am I.
I am definitely in. I even make scrambled eggs in olive oil, eggs over easy in olive oil, and everybody goes, "You're supposed to use butter." Well, in my kitchen, there's no supposed to use whatever. I do whatever happens. And I had a girl actually from Hawaii, super cute, and she was seeing my pumpkin muffin Facebook thing. And she goes, "I laughed so hard when I finally figured out what that big white box in your cave room was." So she was going, "Big white box in the cave room. What is she talking about?" And she said, "I actually laughed out loud when I figured out what that was." But I love olive oil. I even roast ground turkey in olive oil, like meatloaf type of thing. And because I love olive oil.
It's got phenols in it. It's very good. When you're looking for olive oil, make sure it's one source. And you can turn the bottle over, make sure it's in a amber glass bottle, not clear, because it will degrade quickly and get rancid, and then you're in trouble if you use it. And let's see, what else can I throw in there? One source. There was something else I was going to say, but yeah, it's and in the higher the quality olive oil, they're a little more expensive than what you get at the grocery store, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. So there's my plug on extra virgin olive oil. I love it too. I do an oil and vinegar if I'm going to do a salad occasionally. I usually just eat my salad without dressing, but that's my go-to for dressing. Or I'm the only one in my family that likes kale, and so more for me. So I do extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice. And
oh, wow.
I drizzle that over my kale, and it's perfect. So in my opinion. So anyway, so that's Saturday. And then we will round out or start the new week with Sunday is International Coffee Day and Hair Day. So I think we all have hair generally. So happy Hair and International Coffee Day.
Absolutely. And think about that too. The folks that we know in our Doc and Queenie community, especially, hair is kind of your thing. And it's your style. It's your, I have had people say to me, literally when I was networking, I always would mousse it like up. And they would always say, "Oh yeah, you're the one with the spiky hair that talks about networking." And so that it's kind of a thing that they remember. And so Your hair is your deal. And think about Delinda with the Fun Fearless Female Global Community of Christian Women. Delinda's hair is very specific and she loves it. And when her stylist, when she and her stylist that she's had forever, that look that she has is specific. Yes. And you instantly know when you see her hair, that's Delinda Lane.
Yes.
And it's just very cool. Your hair is your thing. And it's kind of cool. Happy hair day, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you, Queenie. My hair used to be my thing. It's growing back. It'll be my thing eventually.
Yeah.
But it's funny because people do notice hair. You know, when I cut my hair short, everybody's like, oh, you cut your hair short. I like it. And then when I let the color go away, oh, I like that color. That's not, is that? And I'm like, no, that's natural. Oh my gosh, people pay for that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm paying to get rid of it, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. Here, have some. So, so yes, happy International Coffee and Hair Day. So, all right. So what else is new in the world of Queenie?
I mean, there's just so much news. So many things are happening. I can't believe Sunday is October. That blows my actual mind. Where did September go? I still have a few things to clean up before that happens. And I'm just like, OMG, it's been a very fast month, but a fun month. My gosh, there have been a lot of fun things happening. The weather in Kansas City has been interesting. We had a hailstorm, but the days that we've got going on right now are just gorgeous. And so where did September go? A few more days left.
And you said hailstorm. I laughed because we didn't get any hail, and you got pounded with hail.
Absolutely, the sound of my house was bizarre.
Yeah, 10 minute difference, or however 10 miles.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what do we have today for the word? It's going to be interesting.
The word is always interesting. So let's see. We always get there's topics. Let's open the word. There we go. All right. Let's see what Doc and Queenie words have meaning word is for today. Oh, now look at this perfect thing. Nice. All right. Successful is the word for today, Doc.
Okay, Queenie, what do you think successful is?
For me, actually, successful is something that people aspire to, perhaps. And for me, successful is not only how many people have you helped, but how many people have you taught to help others. And that's where my success journey goes, because it's not a matter of achieving your this or fixing your that or whatever that looks like. For me, it's a share the journey with someone else and basically give them the tools so they won't struggle as you did. And that really is the success part for me. Because becoming a 6A in my company was not a struggle. It was a pleasure. But now I want to help other people get to 6A. And that for me is the success part. Think about that, Doc. When somebody sells their very first machine and they have that, oh my gosh, and the check comes in the mail, like literal paper check, which is kind of funny. But they literally do that on purpose because they want you to be able to be blessed like that. Plus, people change their bank accounts every day, and there's way too much going on to get that accomplished. But it's back to that same drill. They literally send me a picture of their check and go, this is my very first check. And they're so excited. So success has a lot of topics. But for me, it's who can you help do what you have perhaps been challenged or struggled to do because you found an easier way.
That's good. I like that. That's part of my definition with, serving and helping others.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I also, and I've said it many a times in different formats, different interviews, podcasts, success is getting up and going forward, even if it's one step at a time. Even if you've done it 10 times in one day or 10 times in 1 minute, always the flip side, we've all heard it. Failure is not getting up. Failure is giving up. So success. Yeah. A lot of people put success in a monetary financial viewpoint, but
so I have heard, they do still kind of maybe. I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
You've got 6 figures, you've got 7 figures, you've got 1 million figures, whatever that looks like.
And you can't take it with you. So
not only that, but it's a rough way to measure. And then all of a sudden everybody's in a category. That's not a good fit for my networking brain.
Right. Yeah. Mine neither. So that was a good word, success. So I wonder what our topic is going to be for today.
Oh gosh. All right. Let's see what the topic will be. If you saw all the buttons back here, you'd be going, oh my goodness. All right.
Well,
Doc
just
and
looking at all the lists.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. Doc and Queenie topics. Topic. Oh my gosh, this is a cool one.
Ooh, affiliate programs. That's great.
There you go. I love that. And that's
That's
why we spin, because if we just chose them, it'd be a way different conversation. So I love that. Affiliate programs, Doc, take it away.
well, I am tiptoeing into the land of affiliate programs very carefully because
Nice.
I do have to. I guess a disclaimer on that. Like when I'm on Pinterest, a lot of times you'll click on somebody's recipe, for example,
Okay.
and you get to their website and it's all affiliate links and ads. And, you're like scrolling through trying to get to the recipe, even though you hit the jump to the recipe button and it's supposed to bring you down to the recipe.
All right.
Got all this junk in the way. So, and I also see on YouTube, a lot of the bigger YouTube people will have links, affiliate links to things that they're talking about, which I think is great. But sometimes it just gets overkill. So that's I've slowly moved into it just to, I always sit back and watch and try and figure it out. I am on a platform called TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy helps you with your YouTubes. And
Whoa. Okay.
and I joined their affiliate program this past weekend because I really, if anybody is interested in doing YouTubes, I'll probably post the link. But I would get credit because you're attached to me, and their main marketing is through the people that use their platform.
Oh,
They have a free platform. They have one that you pay for, which is really not real expensive. But the neat part is they have they call it Datalytics, and they look at, you can type in, for example, a title of a video you want to do, and they will analyze it. They will analyze the keywords in it. How, let's say I just did one on sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds right now at this time is excellent because everybody's harvesting sunflower seeds. So they also give you a list of YouTubes that have that information so you can look and see what other people did. They also give you suggested lists of hashtags. It goes on and on and on. It's a really great resource. So I decided, since I'm really jumping into it, that I would also do the affiliate link in order to share it for to other people if they are interested. And
is
also,
there a training piece to it?
yes, I was going to say also they've got sections of videos on each, like on your dashboard. It's divided into probably 10 to 15 different categories.
Okay.
And they have trainings on YouTube, probably 5 to 6 just short little couple of minute trainings depending on the topic, that you can watch, and they go step by step. So it's a really cool platform, and I've learned tons even just in the short time I've been with them. So
I feel another course in your future.
yes, yeah, it's coming probably January, February. Yes.
Yeah, you need a few more things to teach, Doc.
Yeah, I don't have anything else going on. So I'm really quite bored. I have nothing to do.
God, I can't believe you even said that out loud.
I just, the bonbons and watching the soaps every day. I just boring.
Oh my gosh, somebody said that to me the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then of course, could I have a one-on-one with you? And I literally looked at this thing I call a calendar, and I said, well, yes. And I had October 27th, I think, for her, and she goes, no, I want the first one. And I said, I am so sorry, but that is actually the next available time. And she was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I said, well, it's back to the bonbons and the soap operas. I got things to do. And she just laughed and she said, I am so sorry. I guess you don't do that. And I said, not in about 400 years. Yeah.
So cool. So what is new? I always have to ask in the HNP neighborhood these days.
Oh gosh, our huge event is a week from Friday. And once again, I can't believe how fast time has gone. Tickets are only $10. We're not accelerating the price at all. which is awesome. So $10 for 6 hours of networking. I'm sitting here going, and of course my brain goes, you could charge hundreds for this, and there's speed networking, prizes, vendors, all kinds of stuff, and it's only $10 to attend. And I just thought, well, and I'm not in charge. So they kind of voted and said, yeah, let's keep it at $10. And I was like, holy moly. But anyway, that's coming up, Global Happiness Summit 2023. Super excited. If you want a link, I'm happy to send it to you because I'd love to have you there. And hopin.com, as in bunny hop, is the platform. So I can't believe it's going to be October 6th before you know it, Doc.
Crazy. And I also have to ask you personally, there's something new in your world. You just accomplished another really cool goal.
Oh, absolutely. My 4th book is now published, not for public viewing this current second, but it's in PDF form, and it's called My Final Footprints, and I'm super excited about that. So I have to even read my tagline because I forget it. My Final Footprints, part 1 is me telling you what to gather, and part 2 is you telling that trusted person where everything is and how to proceed in your absence. So it's a very explicit, extensive list of all the things I've learned the hard way that have made my head explode, and I want you not to have your head explode. So there's all kinds of terms in there. I don't give you the answers what the terms mean. You got to go fetch that yourself. But there's a whole page of terms and topics and genealogy opportunity and all kinds of stuff. What is the code to get in your computer? Where is your mailbox? Where is your mailbox key? And different things like that. So it's an opportunity for people to actually assemble it. And then, of course, one of the videos I've done that's not published yet says, don't put your family through a scavenger hunt.
Right.
So I'm super excited. MyFinalFootprints.com will be yours coming soon.
Yay. Yes. And it's so necessary. You know, it's hard enough when there is a homecoming coming in the first, couple of weeks, even just to work through that sometimes. And then just, like you said, putting things together, you need to know where things are to make it a smooth transition to a.
Absolutely. Yeah. And how many people's friends know their veterinarian's name and what kind of dog food does Susie Cusey eat and all those things? And they go, who cares? You're dead. And I said, well, pets grieve too. And our fur babies are our lives a lot of times. And so I wouldn't let them just stranded because I happen to croak. So anyway, it's extensive, and I hope it'll help a lot of people.
That's awesome, Queenie. I can't wait for when it comes out.
Thank you very much. I will let you know.
Sounds good. So guess what? We're out of time again.
I mean, time goes fast. The months go fast. The days go fast. Oh my gosh. Everything is just so accelerated.
Yes, we are getting into fall. We're going to be starting the 4th quarter on October 1st, correct?
Correct. 4th quarter of 2023. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, we're how many days till Christmas?
Yeah. 90, but who's counting?
And I was going to say, let's see, 30 something until Christmas music in my family.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. I love that TikTok thing that shows the girl. She's got the pumpkins and the doodah all over the place, and she's watching, and here comes midnight. Bam! It's November 1st. She takes that stuff out of there, and Christmas everywhere. It's the cutest thing ever. And I definitely can relate and know it is not I in the video.
I was just about to ask, but okay, you beat me to the punch.
I know.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us today on Doc and Queenie Facebook Live at
Hi.
I think you need to try out.
Yeah, I'm going to try out. All right. Yeah, what not to do.
You can find us every Monday here live or on the replay, and we so appreciate our guests live or on the replay. You can find Queenie all over social media, Kathy Weaver KC, or you can go directly to her website, kathyweaverkc.com. You can find Doc, myself, kitchengardenexpert.com, or all over social media, Kitchen Garden Expert. So until next time, everybody, have a great week, and we will see you right back here next Monday at high noon. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, everyone.